Hi, I'm Marvin Brown, age 23. I currently work for a television company called OTV on Sky 199 as a cameraman / editor. I studied broadcast media at Brunel University. Whilst I was studying, I set up my own production company which was doing a lot of freelance work, filming events, uni events, special occasions and parties. Via that, I did a lot of networking, built up my profile and managed to get a lot of work from that. When I finished uni, I continued freelancing and filming events. There was one wedding I filmed where someone actually took my details, they took my card, and a year later I found myself getting the opportunity to be called up as a spare cameraman to fill in a position where it happened to be OTV. So I got called up now to do freelance work at this company, and I produced good work, and from that I continued to get called up to do freelance work, and they offered me a contract at the end of it as an editor / cameraman. So that's really how I got my foot into the door. I just did a lot of freelance work and got myself out there, built up my profile, built up my skills, and luckily I was given the opportunity via networking. The thing I love most about what I do is the ability to be a creative. From a young age I've always been creative. Even when I was in school and I did art, I got high grades in that. Even in college I did graphic design, which is not even video based, but it requires a lot of creativity. I enjoy seeing final products and doing something out of the box. I like to think outside the box and producing something which I can sit back and think, yeah, I'm proud of that. My biggest fear before starting this company was whether I had the ability to perform at that high level, because obviously before I was doing a lot of freelance work and I was filming a lot of different stuff like comedy shows, club nights and like parties and stuff when I was at uni, but haven't done nothing for like broadcast stuff for television. So I wasn't sure whether there's a different standard of work or different procedures when it comes to like editing or when it comes to the camera work. So I was just a bit nervous whether I'd get outshined by the people there, but I actually fitted in. My work was good enough, so all them years of building my own skills actually paid off a lot. I've learned a lot of experiences while working at OTV. For example, like using my own initiative. I've been placed in situations where I've had to take control. I had to show a lot of confidence, boldness. Oh man, meeting deadlines. It's not like uni where you can extend your deadline, because when it comes to TV, you've been advertising throughout the week that a certain channel's going to be aired at a certain time, so there's no leeway. You have to meet that deadline and deliver the stuff. So delivering work, I've become better at that and dealing under pressure. The best way to deal with pressure from deadlines and editing is to just plan ahead. Get started on stuff straight away. Don't leave it and don't start slow. This is one thing I've learned, because you will start slow thinking you have a lot of time, and then when it comes to close to the date, now you're rushing and then now you're under pressure, you create more stress for yourself. So I say be consistent, have a steady pace, like be fast from the get-go, have a structure of how you want to edit something and go about it bit by bit, and by the end, when it's closer to your deadline, you should be alright. But just don't leave everything to the last day, because that's gonna be on your mind all day, like I'm gonna meet, and you're not gonna be able to work efficiently like that. So I just say plan ahead and start on things early. Give yourself ample amount of time to do stuff. And be realistic with time. Editing takes a lot of time, so you just need to know that, okay, I need this amount of time to do this, I need this amount of time for rendering, I need this amount of time for maybe to color grade, and lastly, you need a bit of time to just check over things, because you're always going to spot things when you QC things, which is quality control, doing quality control, then checking over your work. To be a good video editor, you need to be efficient. You need to organize your time right and work efficiently. Like, editing takes a lot of time, so you also need a lot of patience. It's good to have creativity, and you need to be able to tell a story, and also be able to be attentive, pay attention to small detail, because it's them things, the small things make a big difference. So I believe all those things mixed together will make a good editor. When it comes to video editing, I find it better to work by myself, as I can be a bit of a perfectionist. So the little tweaks I do and the little time I spend on the little details I find vital. But someone else, they could think, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you changing this? So to avoid all that stress of opinions and just wasting someone's time, I'd rather work by myself. And everyone's got their own way of doing things, but I always try to make sure that my work I produce is perfect or on point. So I like to work by myself and take my time with things, when I do have time anyway. The advice I give to someone trying to break into the industry is to build up your profile. Have a portfolio of a wide range of edits. That way you've stretched yourself and acquired different types of editing skills, editing styles for all different types of things, so you'll be ready for any types of work. Also, networking is key. Plus, I advise you to pay attention to stuff that is on TV and different editing styles, and pay attention to what looks professional. That's what I've done. And yeah, just practice and you'll teach yourself, and you'll create a certain style. And just be creative and go for it, man.